What's up, guys? I'm Sean Pittman, and this is episode 1 of the Road to the World's Playoffs. I'm not really sure what I just finished in this last regional. I lost the last round, so I finished X2. So I'll have an updated exact World's points here in a few minutes. Currently, I was sitting at 26 points, so off to a really rough start. The first year I grinded, it actually started out pretty similar. It was a really slow start for me personally until I found a deck that I enjoyed a lot. Um, but this is the deck list I used for the one. Yeah, this is what I used today. Yesterday, I only played the one field spell, and then I played a one Moltermi in the main deck. I just wanted to try different ratios out of the non-engine that I wanted to play. And honestly, this card was absolutely terrible. I will never play it again. Uh, but other than that, I played Infinite Mirrors, and I didn't lose any of my mirrors. It was actually really good. I don't know what I just did. I took the guest spells out. Yeah, so I played Infinite Mirrors. I didn't lose any of the mirrors. This last round was my very first mirror I lost, and that was only because I decided to throw at the very end, which I can take upon myself. It was one slight miscalculation, and I got mixed up in the chain links. But anyways, so triple engage, 3 is correct number. It's literally the best starter in the deck. Yeah, it's not even an argument. And then you have Obedient School, second best starter in the deck. This card's crazy. Summon 3 guys. Yeah, just summon 3 little dudes from Grit deck. Get you access to everything. Yeah, Cup, Seas, Cookie, Lolly. There's an argument to, we can cut 2 of the little guys, but you want max consistency. And then I did play Prosp. I wasn't sure on this card, so again, it's a regional. I decided to test it. I liked it a lot, especially with the Solemn cards and Floodgates on the side. With Thrust, I wasn't sure. I don't think would like this card. Maybe it still works, but I liked it a lot for the hand trap build. And then we played the one minion, and then one amusement. Really, I've been testing online a lot with 2 minions. I've liked it a lot. Honestly, I think I would still keep it that way. This card's absurd, and I only lost to it getting outed by SP once, but the fact that it comes up, you have to play 2 no matter what to recycle your resources in long grind games. That's what happens in the mirror a lot. But yeah, I think the second minion is just much better than the Croaky. 2 surprise. There's arguments to play 1, but I like 2 a lot. It's just nice to have 1 for follow up, and then if you hard draw 1, you're able to use the revive effect to play around Dark Roller as well as the bounce effect. It's just really nice non-engine, and it also helps break boards. It's like Malice in the Mirror, but probably better, to be honest. And then you got Dominus Purge. I didn't know how I felt about this deck. I was really happy I was really happy I played it, though. I know there's been arguments to switch it out, but it was nice having extra copies of Ash Blossom in my deck. It also helped beat cards like Thrust. This deck just hard plays into breakers, which is actually part of how I lost. I also missed my Croaky effect when I got hit with the Regeki. I just hadn't tested with the field spell, so I missed the effect of something from deck. So yeah, 2 misplays today, actually. Unfortunate. But this could have been literally anything else. I get the conflictions. It just does conflict with quite a bit of your extra deck, non-engine. These cards are just really godly. It also made side patterns weird because I'd keep this in and I'd side down on this, just because the confliction. It made it weird. Triple Imperm. I like the Valor Imperm cards a lot. They're really good. Ash Blossom, super solid card. Talents. I didn't have room for this inside. I guess in theory I could have sided this, made one of these. But I like this card a lot. I wanted it somewhere in the deck list, and this is really, really good into Vanquish Soul in the mirror match. Fua, nothing more to say about that card. Ghost Ogre and Ghost Bell. So what happened with this and why I was playing 1 Ghost Ogre I just didn't change that part of my list. Is I couldn't find my second copy because I was gonna try 2-2. But I like this card a lot. It's really good. I would have to like reevaluate the list. Like, there's a world I might not play this. Max out on these. Cause I like Ghost Spell a lot. Like the mirror match, like that card is nice. Top deck, like you hard open it. It's the same thing as Malice top decking Impulse. This card was nice. And like Malice is, I don't care what anybody says. Malice is your worst matchup. Like if you go first, sure, you clapping. But like it is not an easy like matchup to play into. But yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about this card. Anyways, extra deck, super standard stuff. I don't want to go too much into it. Typhon, this card's God card. You should play this card. 2 Heralds. Second one comes up if you get like Dark Roulette or something. There's lots of ways to play around that. No Starham. I never missed it. Yeah, it's just an okay card to play. Yeah, if like you go Obedient School combo, you can still set up Herald. You just can't set up double Herald on their turn, which is like, I mean, you can, but it wastes so much resources. It's just not worth it. Cookie, yeah, I don't need to explain any of that. Almirage, no Anima. I'm not a fan of that card. That card seems ass. Like, really, you don't have space. Like, Typhon just fits the bill so much better. Anyways, side deck. Duster, Lightning Storm, Lightning Storm. I just slide him into the mirror match and all the shittier matchups. Lancia, because you have to. Triple nib, or double nib. Should be triple nib. This card's crazy. But I wanted to respect Vanquish Soul a little bit. Like, I know that deck's not... It breaks. That deck's not fantastic. But its ceiling so high to where, like, if they play the game, you get cooked a lot of the times. So I did want to respect it a little bit. I was main decking, yeah, like I said, with like the one field spell and one in the main. Yeah, I just made that matchup super free. Rivalry, Warlords, or Rivalry goes in. You just side this in going second against the deck and going first. Like, they just auto lose if you see it. And then Triple Judgment. This card's really good. There was a time where I was trying out the warnings, but I just wanted Floodgates. Dracotail's not very popular yet. I did see that it topped tons of regionals this weekend. I do like that deck a lot. I think it has an insane yummy matchup. But like they also have to open playable. It's the same thing as the Vanquish Soul argument. Maybe even like more so. I'm not sure. It's like I have to test more with the deck, which I will be posting videos later on about. But if the deck does gain more popularity, that's like these can become warnings like super easily. All right, but going into like how the tournaments went themselves. So actually, just I can go over my matchups. All right, so with Indy, I didn't write any of this down. I think I tweeted it, maybe. Follow me on Twitter, by the way. X, whatever you want to call it. All right, so Alright, so my matchups overall, I Lucidaro, went. Yeah, so I go nice 50-50 split. I can never complain about that. You want to win. If you're not able to win the games going second, game ones, then your deck's probably not built right. Anyways, so it was 2-0 against not Vanquish Soul. I don't know why I put that. It was K9 Mitsu. 2-0 against Yummy. 2-0 against Vanquish Soul K9. 2-1 the next Vanquish Soul K9, and then round 5 is when it started going downhill. I got 0-2'd by Bo Smith on Goo Gaming. So game 1, he foos me. So I attempt to go for the half board. I do open cupsies, so I like have to play around the Bestial, but because the Bestial is Magnamut, it just like makes it super awkward to where I'm just like I'm gonna be forced to play into it, which is really unfortunate because not only did he have the answer to me bringing back the Snatchy, but he also So I book him in his first play, Chessy Cat. He thrusts into Gold Sarks, grabs Dormouse. I of course I summon back. I pop that because he chooses to Bestial the guy, and then he has Field Spell and something else. I think it's Field Spell backup. It was unwinnable. It could have been Marcher. I'm not sure. He opened multiple extenders, so like that just comes down to drawing better. And then game 2, he once again draws Magnemite. My only play is Lollipop. We get into kind of a grind. I didn't draw Lancia, so obviously I hand trap him as correctly as I can. I Valor the Dormouse. I Bell the Field Spell, but he just has enough pushes to where he can go for the access code line, and because he does that, he forgot that Dormouse didn't resolve because he has March Hare in hand. So I 100% should have been dead. If he just doesn't do it, and I don't know. Sometimes you just like even if your opponent makes mistakes, which is gonna happen, it just doesn't matter. Which it's fine. Malice, like I just don't think it's a good matchup. Their non-engine is just really good to counter yours. 6, I end up drawing against Vanquisol. I lose, or no, yeah, I end up in a game 1 where it should have been losable. Like I should have had no shot. I should have just been able to scoop my cards up, but I watched how he played. And sometimes you have to do that at a regional. You watch how your opponent plays. If they play super competently, there's a chance that you probably don't show what deck you're on. But I looked at my hand. I can't recall exactly what it was, but I knew if I play appropriately, I'm probably just going to win this. Yeah, I drew Talent, so that's why I tried to play. This Talent's double Obedience Skull. I end up activating Engage. I play from there. He rippers. He doesn't get the ripper, but he pops it. He reveals Ash, summon, does all that. It gets to the point where I set Surprise, set Obedience Skull, Talents to take. Or no, Talents look at hand. I'm able to rip the next card. So I leave the Ash Blossom, I rip the other fire, being Rosin. Because he has Jalong on board, which can just reveal 2 fires, add the other attribute that he's missing. So I just flip Obedience Skull, and because he never, if he would have Caesar popped on res and hit the right card, he probably wins that, and I just auto-scoop. But because he didn't Caesar pop, I was just able to grind with him, and he was just never winning the grind. He never scooped until there was 8 minutes left. So at that point, I rush him up. I rush him a little bit because I'm down in life. Like I'm not losing the game, but I needed to get back to my turn. And because of that, he scoops. Game 2, I found out he's playing, Rise Deal cards in his deck. At this point, I have no shot. Like if I scoop and try to go for the Omni play, it just plays into infinite hand traps, and I'm putting it that I could get punished in so many different ways if I try to go to game 3. So I know I have to take the draw here. It's either a draw or a loss, and there's just no way. But round 7, 1-2. I in the tournament X2-1 at this point. I'm playing for points, so of course I'm gonna play it out. I lost to Vanquish Soul Canine. Yeah, I don't know. Shout out to my boy James Armband. He played really well. So I'm not mad about that game. And then round 8, I 2-0 Yummy player. It was I was really frustrated with how the turns ended up. That I apologized to my opponent. I said, I might rush you a little bit. I'm going to be rushing myself as well because I need to pick up the pace. And it ended up being a 14-minute match. But then I spent the rest of the tournament just sulking. Going into the remote regional, we're mindset back up. I'm going to the remote regional. I just start taking these down. So round 1 through 3, I won the die rolls. 2-1 against Yummy, 2-0 against Mitsu, Rise, Fiendsmith. I played against the boy Josh Kipp. Shout out to him. I'd link his YouTube down below if I knew for sure he was going to be posting, but he needs to lock back in. But he was also on Yummy. That was a 2-1. Round 4, I lost my die roll. Unfortunately, so game 1, they normal summon to add a Dragon Tail monster. I'm thinking, so if they don't have a play, so like if they add Feynman in here, I lose the game because my only hand trap's Ash. So I end up ashing that, but they end up having Rahu anyways. So I lose to Rahu. It is fine. They already had Fenrir, so it was already going to be a hard game as is. But I didn't think there was any reason not to try to play at that point. But then game 2, I got disconnected. Like, I drew my hand. My hand was crazy. Obedient School had just resolved. And then I had Ash Judgment. There was no Fua. So I'm just sitting here like, oh, I just cook. I win. And then as soon as that hits the board, disconnect. Discord crashes. You got me. And 2-0'd. Guess I'm just looking at my opponents for this. I did not save these rounds. I need to get better about that. Round 4, I played against Nicholas P. For the life of me, I can't remember what they were playing. But I do know round 6, it was a Yummy Mirror. Actually, yeah, same with like round 6, 7. So like 2 Yummy Mirrors back to back. Yeah, not much to say. Shout out to my round 6 opponent. He won the die roll, but I don't know, sometimes food would just get you there. He didn't play bad or anything. It's just like in that scenario, like Yummy Mirrors are typically really grindy if both players open well. It reminds me of the Prank Kids mirror, but he just like it just didn't open optimally at all. And then my last round opponent, he played really well. Like I'm not mad at him by any means. It was like really grindy games, and I just made that one misplay. Well, 2 misplays, but the one cost me the match, the game, and then the other one probably would have kept me in the game longer. Yeah, I just need to learn how to play this deck better. If I ever play Croaky again, I need to remember the triggers. I think I was just tilted into existence and thinking my next plays after I got hit with the Regeki. It's just super unfortunate stuff. Yeah. But this is the deck list I used for the weekend. I feel really good about this deck. Yummy is insane. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Like, it has a Dragoon problem, and I think it has a Malice problem. But my next event is going to be at the Louisville Regional next weekend. So make sure you follow, like, subscribe, all that jazz, and check me out. I'll have a video out for that next weekend. And then I'll also be playing the remote the next day. Deuces.